morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. It is Dr. Jan Fortman with Relationship Matters TV, and we have a special episode today. Well, we are coming from Chicago, and it's snowing, and we are expecting 5 to 8 inches of snow. But we are not going to let that snow stop us. We are having a wonderful time this morning or this afternoon or this evening, wherever you are in the world. And let me tell you, I'm not going, I usually do my own little thing, but today I'm not going to do it. And I will tell you why. It is because I have some special guests today. So today we are going to step into the world of 3 dynamic women. 4. Because it's twins. Who are redefining business. They have all this creativity and leadership. This particular special spotlights DeAnn Williams, who is a real estate entrepreneur and creator of the S.O.U.L method, which we're going to talk about. She's going to reveal how emotional intelligence and intentional leadership are the real keys to success. Now, she comes on second. First, we have MJ Lawrence, who is a powerhouse in Chicago's real estate and hospitality industries, and whose passion for people and excellency transforms every client that she meets. Then we have Erika and Monika Simmons, the double stitch twins. Double stitch. I should have had some of my stuff. But anyway, they are international crochet fashionistas who turn creativity into a celebrated brand of wearable art. Now, together, these women share their journeys. They're going to share their journeys, their wisdom, and wit in this captivating event. We're going to celebrate purpose, passion, and power of these women who build, inspire, and lead. Now, I am going to bring first to you Ms. M.J. Lawrence. Now, let me tell you a little bit about her. Hello, MJ. Good morning.
Good morning. As they say, how are you doing?
I am doing great, but how are you doing?
I am better. We had that conversation yesterday. I wasn't sure I was going to make the podcast because as me and DeAnn been suffering, there's something out there in the air, and it sort of got me down after Thanksgiving, but you can't keep a good woman down. So here I am.
Hallelujah. And you are right. And you're right. It's something going around. People talk about me sometimes because I have my mask on.
Mm-hmm.
But there's so many, like you say, so many different viruses and things going on. But I am so very, very, very happy that you feel better and that you made it.
Yes.
So let me tell people a little bit about you. Okay?
All right.
Okay. MJ is a Chicago native who loves the city's rich history and diversity. She has a business bachelor's degree, and she holds a certification in hospitality management. Now, I've got a bunch of questions, not a bunch of questions, but just a few questions that I want to ask you. But
you can only ask two.
I know you are a skilled communicator.
I am. Thank you.
And whether MJ is assisting clients with their real estate needs, planning special events, or showcasing the best that Chicago has to offer, she is committed to supporting individuals and ensuring that their experiences are both positive and successful. So, you know what I want to know? Why did you choose being a realtor as your career?
That's a question I ask myself almost daily. But no, on a serious note, I was in management for a period of time with AT&T a little bit back in the day. But my mom is the one that encouraged me to go into real estate. My mom was the one, the driving force in our family that always wanted to buy houses, fix them up. You know, my sister and I were the two oldest of six, and we did stuff that boys should be doing. I promise you, my mom had us knocking out walls. We used sludge hammers. Trust me, we had sludge hammers. We was framing walls. We were painting. We were laying concrete with my dad. My dad, he just went along with whatever my mom wanted. And after 2 or 3 years, we did that with that house. Then she wanted to move over to another project. So I was getting ready to come out of management. And my mom was like, MJ, you need to go into real estate. You need to do this. And a couple of our neighbors needed some help on stuff. And I did that, started in real estate, and the rest is history with its highs and its lows. But I love serving people, helping them, reach their goals. As long as they follow my lead, like I tell them, I'll get you to the closing. That's my
Oh.
story.
So, do you have like a specialty? Do you focus on commercial property or houses or are you just in general whatever people want to buy?
Yeah, well, it can be a little bit collaborative like that, but for the most part, real estate have a lot of different moving parts. It's not just so easy as buying, selling, leasing, investing, as we always say. Um, I usually deal with mostly um, the first time home buyers or the first time investors because they're novice. They want to learn, especially those that are serious. Now, I get people that just want to ask a whole bunch of questions and don't do anything. But legacy building is important, and real estate is about the most tangible thing you can purchase because if you take care of it, it's going to appreciate. Whether you take care of it and you want to pull the equity out to fix up a project, take trips, or pay for your kids' college funds, or either you want to invest and get into maybe a 2, 3 unit. I usually suggest a 3 unit, a multi-unit property, if at all possible, because even if you want a house hack, that means you want to live in 1 unit and the other 2 units to pay for your mortgages and your taxes and the water bill. And if you have separate heating units in those, that's pretty much a win-win. So usually the first time home buyers, or if you've been in a home 15, 20 years and you want to downsize or move up, I consider you a first time home buyer because you're starting all over. I give you the resources, the tools that you need to move forward, and hopefully leave some legacies for your kids, which I don't mind helping them find their way and do their first purchase as well.
Okay, so I know someone who whose credit is not. I think their credit score is like in the 600s. Now, will they have a difficult time, trying to purchase?
If you get a good solid 600 or 600 or more, usually the men, I just said the men instead of saying the minimum, usually for FHA, it can be like 580. But if you're 600 or better, the higher the score, the more perks you get. The higher your score, the better rates you're going to get, the better financing. You're going to be able to apply to some of the programs that they have out here available. And usually I tell people, like I said, you got to start, it's a process. Like my pastor always used to say, which took me a little, everything is a process. So you have to start at plan one or at A, get your credit in order, if you got low credit scores, I know that sometimes there can be some creative financing. Maybe somebody got low credit scores, but they got a ton of money. Yeah, money does talk. Sometimes we can be a little bit creative, but for the actual person starting out, you're working, continue working. I don't want to flip the script, but sometimes I hear people, I'm tired of working my 9 to 5. I want to get my own business. Your 9 to 5 is what's going to help you get your own business. You're going to need funds. You're going to need some monies to do that. So continue with your 9 to 5, increase. Usually it's like 2 years or better with your current employer. Credit scores usually 650 if possible, but in some cases FHA may do 580 if it's not any derogatory credit on there. No bankruptcies, judgments, late pays, or evictions is definitely out. But if you can follow that, my script, and you follow that, and who knows, 6 months, 8 months, maybe a year later, since time goes so quick, you're able to purchase your new home. So that's how that goes.
So what does, or I should say, what do relationships have to do with your success? Do you just go in and talk about how to buy a house and the finance part, or do you form a relationship with your clients?
I have to. After I introduce myself to you and we talk and you feel good about moving forward with me, with my personality, with my knowledge, with my resources, with my tools or whatever, it's not always about me. Once I let you know what I do, regardless how many friends I gather, likes on social media, I know social media is something that we have to entertain, but you want people that's going to work for you. So we have our consultations. Sometimes I'll and they know they'll come. Well, okay, MJ, I'm ready to have my coffee talk. Seriously, two of my clients did that a little while. So we'll meet up, which is good, and get them out, let them sit down, calm down, because everybody's rushing to and fro and trying to get things done, and we just talk about it. And I put it in paper's king. I'll lay it out black and white. What is your goal? What are you trying to accomplish from this sale? What do we need to do? Then I need to go out there and look at your property and see what you need to do so you can sell your property more sooner than later. Then fine, that's what we do. My goal is, if I'm gonna market your property, once I find out exactly what it is you want to do and how you want to do it, we're going to develop a plan together to make sure that works. Now, a lot of time people, they be in their own head. Well, I want to go this way. Or I heard that. Yeah, well, you're going to always hear. Either we're going to do it this way and get you to the close in 45 days or maybe less, or either you're going to do it this way and your property is going to sit and we're going to have to keep coming back, reducing price, redoing this or redoing that. But basically, I have to, housing, hospitality, as you already know, I have to relationship build. I have to collaborate with you.
Let me ask you this question. Has there been a client, a person that comes to you and you say, you know what, I just cannot work with this person? Okay.
I'll tell you, and if they listening, so bad, I'm not gonna call any names, but both of them were church folks. I'm like, bye. I no longer do that. I do not. We gonna work together, and I understand you got faith. I got faith, but I'm not trying. Well, if the Lord says no, you got to do what you got to do to get this done. We all got that, but two of them, I walked away. This is a hard business. It's not a 9-to-5 business. You don't get hourly pay, salary, or anything. You only get paid when you lease or sell something, and then it still has to go through the process. So that's why I tell people, I've had people come to me, well, I want to get in real estate. Well, if you're working, keep your job by all means, because you're going to need at least 6 or 8 months worth of funds to carry you over till things happen. But yeah, I no longer, and like I told my daughter, I was saying this recently, my compassion is not getting me paid. I'm too compassionate with people, and I need to stop that. I do need to stop that. I don't mind listening to it. I'll help you as much as I can. And Dr. Jan, you know I do. But at some point, when you see it's not going nowhere and it's just a time waster, take it to somebody else. I'm sorry if that sounds rude, but nobody like to waste their time. If time is money. So That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
So, okay. So before we go to the next person, I know that you also have a kind of a different kind of a side. Well, I don't know if it's a side, but something else that you do, and you're in the hospitality
Oh,
field.
definitely. Yeah.
What is that? What does that
Well,
mean?
I ended up, ironically, like I said, when I was working my 9 to 5, and pretty much on both my jobs, even some in the real estate offices, especially my private office, everybody knew my personality, and everybody knows I could get help, but nobody really wanted to plan. So, planning when you're doing events, it does take planning. It's a lot of moving parts with that too. So you got to do venue. Sometimes I have to do venue site visits. Um, Work with banquet facilities, transportation facilities. I have to get staffing in order. Contact the decorators if I'm getting something decorated. But then too, my personality is I love to bring people together for the good of it. I love, as you say, we just come together, we share, we support, we socialize, which is our motto. If I can help anybody, which I have been, people just know that, okay, I'm gonna call MJ. And sometimes I host some of their events because that's my personality. I don't mind helping. And that's where my certification came in. So with my housing and my hospitality, a couple of my clients had me plan some events that their families were coming in that they hadn't been here in Chicago. So I had to plan the tour, activities, and different things like that, which is cool. It's a lot of work, but I love doing it because the finished product being real estate or hospitality, if my clients are satisfied, goal accomplished.
Okay. All righty. So I really love all what you say. I really do. And it's nice to hear that you are in real estate and hospitality. And I think, those two things kind of mesh, especially when it comes to real estate, because I've come across different realtors and they're just, all about business. They don't try to form a relationship with you. They're all about their commission, and you can tell.
Yeah, well, I can sort of understand that because, like I said, time is money. This is not a 9 to 5 job at all. And I got that. I don't waste a lot of time on people that's not seriously sales folk. I understand you're going to have questions sometime. I got that. But my compassion, I like to treat people the way I like to be treated. I'll put it that way. So I'm gonna take the time, and we're gonna build a relationship because if I build a relationship with you, you're gonna remember MJ Lawrence. You're gonna like, girl, I got the perfect agent realtor for you. She helped me do this, do that, or on the event side. Oh, you want to plan your 70th birthday or wedding or job related? I got the perfect event planner for you. MJ is gonna make sure them I's are dotted, the T's is crossed, and we're gonna have fun. And that's what it's all about.
Well, thank you so much, MJ. I'm going to bring you back.
I hope so, because I'm not ready to go yet. I can go into somebody else. I can take up the next person's time. That's my protege. That's my girl. All of them.
Oh, is this your protege?
And all of my boss ladies is on the podcast today. We'll talk about that later. But thank you, Dr. Jan.
Okay, wait a minute. I want people to hear boss ladies.
Hey,
we're going to talk
ladies,
about boss
movers and shakers.
Movers and shakers. So, MJ, thank you. I'm going to bring you back, and I want to bring on the next dynamic person. Okay?
Yay.
All righty. Wow, do you all need a realtor? I do. Let's see who else is back here in the studio, in the green room, having some refreshments. Well, hello.
Well, hello, Dr. Jan. How are you, fabulous lady?
Oh, please. You're the fabulous one. And before we get to going, I love your glasses, dear.
Well, thank you. I had to spice it up a bit because I am the one that you were talking about. There's a little bit under the weather. So please excuse me if I do a little coughing, but it seems like you're making space for everybody, all personalities and walks of life this morning. And I got a little raspy voice, but I am here, Ready.
Yes, you are. So let me tell you all about DeAnn Williams. I also have a little bit of something. It's the snow in Chicago. Now, DeAnn is also a real estate entrepreneur. She's also a systems strategist and creator of the S.O.U.L, S-O-U-L method, which is a life design framework rooted in emotional intelligence, structure, and self leadership. With over 2 decades of real world experience managing property portfolios, leading project teams, raising a family, and building intentional success from the inside out, she helps others step out of survival mode into strategic living. Wow. And you know what? This is what we're going to talk about: the human side of property management, strategic living for lasting success. So I'm going to ask you the same question that I asked MJ. What made you get into real estate?
A very human experience, which is I was a single mom. I was a single mom, and at some point I started to make too much money for that affordable housing, and I needed to purchase something. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? Trying to figure things out. And as MJ talked about, being able to have enough funds to be able to finance, to be able to save enough money to be able to purchase a property. And what I found was multi-unit investing actually adds to your overall income when you're able to bring in funds or bring in assets from the property and add it to your income. You're able to afford more property. So once I figured that out, I was like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I am going to be a multi-unit owner. So my first property actually was a multi-unit building, and it was the young people are calling it the house hack now, which basically you live in one unit, you fix up another, you live in the unit that may not be all that shiny, and you rent out the one that does so you can get more money, and you continue to do that. And I did that with an entire building. And here's a funny story. We had one unit, my kids and myself, and we had fixed it up, DIY, and it was looking very nice. And I went to a networking event, and a young lady said, I've been looking for a place, and I need a beautiful building. I need to live 30 minutes from downtown. And I said, oh, I have a vacancy. I didn't have a vacancy. I lived in the unit.
Okay.
So I went home on Friday. I called all my friends. I said, listen, we have to move us out of this unit and move myself in one of the other units. And they said, well, DeAnn, it's not ready yet. I said, it doesn't matter. I'm moving another unit. I'm moving a new tenant in this unit next week. And that's exactly what I did. And that was the first building. So it was it was a trial. And that's how I got involved. But in addition to property management, I have had 2 decades of working in corporate America. So that's where I got my grounding, my footing in strategy and strategic thinking. Not necessarily, it wasn't the living yet, strategic thinking. And I learned it from a lot of the CEOs at Fortune 500 companies. Their lives, the way they thought was very strategic. They were all about systems and communications. And what I found is people that were more successful applied those concepts and philosophies to their lives. And that's how I became an extraordinary property manager.
Well, you know what? I want to know the concepts. You brought it up, honey. So tell me what some of the concepts are. Tell me and the audience.
Absolutely. So really the baseline, it's so funny during this Thanksgiving holiday. Everyone's talking about prepping and planning where they're going to go and what they're going to cook and where they go, what time they're going to go. All of that is strategy. It's all based in planning. It's all based in organization. And so it tickles me, when I listen to or help even family members plan their dinners. And, it's a new concept now, but back in the day, remember Big Mama used to start cooking a week in advance? That's strategy, you know, deciding what you want to do well before you have to do it, starting with the end in mind, right? Having a vision for where you want to be at the very end, and you back it all the way back. So Big Mama knew that she wanted to have 50 of her family members, daughters, sons, grandchildren, everybody at the table, and she needed to have enough food, she needed to have enough space, and she needed to plan for that cooking. So then she backed it up. Okay, where am I going to get my chairs? Where are we going to get the seating? She started telling her daughter, you need to bring 10 of those chairs, right? That's planning, it's organization. And then going all the way back to the shopping. When do you shop? You shop 2 weeks. Sometimes people start a whole month in advance. That is strategy. And so, again, that baseline is all about creating list, just as basic as coming up with a list. What do you need? What do you need to get that end result? Systems. What's your plan? Who is going to be involved? Who are going to be your team members? And when I talk about emotional intelligence, what I'm basically saying is, how are you going to lead? How are you going to be involved in the entire process, right? Because if you're a controller and a dictator, whether you're at the top and you're hosting, or you're the property manager, or you're the renter, it's not going to work. Dictatorship, controllingship does not work in team, and you can't get anything done by yourself.
And I wanted to ask you, that was one of the questions about emotional intelligence. You hear a lot about that now. Can you explain to the audience or give a definition of what emotional intelligence is?
It's a very basic one, is understanding your emotions, your mind, your thinking. It all starts with your mind. How are you thinking? How you think correlates to how you feel. How you feel correlates to how you're going to act and then react, which is emotional intelligence. Okay. And when you're dealing with business or anything, success in property management is 80% leadership, but it's self-leadership. Because if you go into any sort of business or property management and you're managing the way you're thinking, the way you're reacting, the way you're feeling, then you're going to stay calm. You're going to stay calm. You're not going to you're going to respond instead of react. And that's what that's all about. That's that self-mastery, the self-leadership.
Mm-hmm. So in property management, what all do you do? And I'm asking that because I know someone who says that she's looking, she went to, I guess, a particular business or something to get a property manager. And so what does that mean? Does that mean just collecting the rent and making sure repairs are, there? Or what does that mean?
Well, it's a management of systems. And everything is a system. So you do have your brick and mortar, right? So now you're talking about the maintenance of your HVAC, and you're talking about your maintenance of your plumbing or your snow removal. And the reason why you have to have systems in place is like, are you going to remove your own snow, or are you going to hire a company that's going to remove your snow? So it's all about physical structure, right? So that's one aspect of the systems. But then you also have the financial systems. How are you collecting your rents? How are you collecting your rents? How are you, more than likely, if you own the property, you're most than likely you have not actually paid off your mortgage. So you're collecting the rents and then you're paying off your mortgage. So what financial system do you have in place for collecting your rents, paying your taxes, paying your mortgages, and so forth? So that's another system. So as a property manager, you're essentially managing your systems. And the relationship with the tenants, that's a system in itself. That's where that emotional intelligence comes in. Because oftentimes you're going to either have frustrated tenants or frustrated contractors, because things happen. Ceiling fans fall out the walls, right? And you're going to have tenants that are frustrated and wanted it done right away, because why? They're hosting Thanksgiving dinner and they can't have a big hole in their kitchen ceiling. So you're going to have a frustrated tenant, or you're going to have a frustrated contractor coming to repair that. So that's the relationship, the emotional intelligence parts of it, having to manage the relationships between people, tenants, contractors, um, even some of your investors, if you went into investing in that property with other people. So there are just several systems that managers have to kind of almost like keep them all playing in place.
Okay. Okay. Now you have the S.O.U.L method.
Yes.
What is the S.O.U.L method?
The S.O.U.L method is, again, essentially what I'm saying is all of this is strategy. All of this is systems. Again, when you come from corporate are using systems, property managers are using systems, but the S.O.U.L is coming from the inside, right? The emotional part of it, the emotional intelligence part of it, is understanding with someone like Dr. Jan. What are you looking to accomplish? What are you looking? What do you love? What do you want to accomplish in life? What's your end result? And the soul part of it is really understanding your passion, your desires, and your ultimate outcomes, and helping you create a strategy and a system so that you get everything that your heart desires. So it's like, it's using technical systems strategy, but with a heart. That's what the S.O.U.L method is.
Oh, okay. Now you use all of this in property management, or you use it,
I use it in property management. I use it in business. Currently, I work for another Fortune 500 company as a
Okay.
project manager,
Okay.
and this stuff works. There, as a project manager, same thing. You're using systems. You're using strategy to be able to finish a project. Again, same concept. There's an end result, right? If you start with the end in mind, there is something that this company is looking to accomplish. How are we going to do it? What's the plan? So you have to come up with a plan. Who are you going to do it with? Who's your team members? How much time do we need? That's your timeline. How many resources do we need, right? Those are all buckets of strategy, and then you have to come up with a way in which you're going to manage all that. That's the project management part of it. The S.O.U.L method is understanding what everybody needs and that um, the big pot of things, that big project. Because again, if you and I are working together to get this project finished, you have your own personality, right? You have your personality, you have your own energy and the way you operate and the way you work. And how can I self-manage myself to work to the best ability with you, Dr. Jan, so that we can accomplish the project that we're working towards? How can we get it done? And does that make
Wow.
sense?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And so not just only in property management, but I can see, I mean, just in your regular everyday life. You know what I
Absolutely.
mean?
Absolutely. And that's why I kind of prefaced, uh, Thanksgiving. That's why I mean, it's just something we just had that. But
Yeah.
again, everybody was talking about, okay, who has discounts? Walmart has cheaper turkeys than Save a Lot, just
Mhm.
thinking about these things, putting some thought to it. But oftentimes people will just think about what they need to accomplish and may not come up with a system, may not come up with a strategy. These things need to be written down. They need to be organized. You need to have a meeting. You need to plan about how are you going to accomplish the things that you're looking to do.
Okay. Okay. I really like that S.O.U.L method. I really like that. So let me ask, I'm gonna get to the kind of technical side. Do
Sure.
you Okay, so you said your first um real estate that you bought was not just a single family home, but a building. How
It was
how many how many units in the building?
3. It was 3
Three.
units in a building.
Okay. So have you moved on to like 10, 20 units?
I have not. I am a residential real estate investor. I love And again, you may have some investors on the line who have invested in commercial. Commercial real estate investing is anything over technically 4 units.
Okay.
And when someone invests in commercial real estate, they may hire a property manager to do that, because again, it gets more complicated when you're talking 6, 10, 15, 20 units, right? It will
Right.
get more complicated. But also, me being in this business, that's why I hear a lot of horror stories. I hear a lot of turnover when it comes to the tenants. I hear a lot of structural damage where some property managers, again, especially if your portfolio and your building is smaller, you're not really getting, unless you own a 50 unit, some of the larger property management companies may not pay that much attention to your unit. So if you have a 6 unit, you're not going to have a large property management company who says, let me make my way over on the southeast side of Chicago to manage this 6 unit. You may get the bare minimum, right? You may have
Right.
large turnover. So with that said, I tend to invest in residential, which is under 4, because I like to pay attention. I like to manage with the soul, if that makes sense.
I got you.
But I will say this. I am looking at larger units. And even with investing in larger, meaning 10 to 20 to 50 unit buildings, I would still communicate with the property management company and share some of these philosophies in which I've learned myself. And I encourage anyone I coach to do the same. You still have a voice. If you're actually paying a property management company, you can still say, hey, it's not just about solving building problems, but it's about solving people problems,
Hmm.
Surprisingly, the corporation I work for right now, that is actually the mission statement. We solve people problems. So if you have a national corporation who's inputting the philosophy, we solve people problems, they're putting soul into their business. So if I were to hire a large property management company to manage my portfolio, I would say, you're not just solving building problems, you are solving people problems, because people are at the heart of investing and they're at the heart of renting your unit.
Okay, so you mentioned coaching. You
Yes,
coach too?
I coach. I do.
Is
I am
that
the
your?
yes.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
I
Go
am a
ahead.
strategic living coach. Yes, I am.
Okay. You are a strategic living coach. So later on, I'm going to put everyone's contact information there. So you do this one-on-one, a virtual group, what?
Currently, I do one-on-one, and it is virtual.
Wow. I didn't know that about you, DeAnn.
Yes. Well, I have the skill set. I wouldn't just leave it just for managing properties, right?
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. This is amazing. Okay. So I'm going to bring on our next guest, and then I'm going to bring everyone back for people who, if you have questions, if you have comments, you can put them in the chat, and we can go from there. But thank you so much, DeAnn.
Thank you, Dr.
I learned some things. I know someone who's looking to buy some property, and that's the one I was talking about with MJ, because I know their credit score is in the 600s. However, that person was looking for a house, but what I'm going to suggest to that person is to not just a house, but an income producing property. Either 2 flat or 3 flat. And like you did, live in one, fix up the others. And then by the time you finish renting those out, then you're not having to pay
Exactly.
your mortgage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And if we have time, I'll tell you about how I rented to a divorcee single mom. The credit score was in the 600s. That's a whole nother management. But with my S.O.U.L method, I was able to coach her into improving her credit, developing a self-confidence to have control over her finances and financial literacy, therefore was able to purchase her own home after she rented with me.
All righty now. All righty now. Well, thank you so much, DeAnn, for that. Very, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So let me go to the double stitch twins. Did you learn stuff? I did. And information that I can take to people who I know who, number one, looking for realtors, number two, who are looking for property managers, and a coach. Okay. So now this is really, let's talk about the double stitch twins. Erika and Monika Simmons. They are known as the double stitch twins. They create unique wearable crochet art for those who identify as fabulous. And I know that's all of you out there. And of course, it's me. They were born and raised in Chicago. They first picked up crocheting at age 10 before exploring dance, hair braiding, culinary arts, health and fitness, and modeling. Oh my goodness, through college and adulthood. In 2002, they returned to their crochet roots while making holiday gifts and quickly discovered that they had a talent for bold, flirty, original designs. And guess what? Their work has been featured on national television, including Fox, the show The Real, The Balancing Act on Lifetime, Knitting Daily, and ABC's 190 North, and have sold their designs in Macy's in the designer shop. Oh my goodness gracious. I am going to bring them on and I'm going to bring them on. So what else can I say? Oh, they have authored 3 crochet pattern books: The Crochet Fashionista Workshop, Fashion Forward, and Red Heart, and Double Stitch Designs for the Crochet Fashionista. And today they continue to do what they love and share what they do. So let me bring on the double stitch twins. Hello, double stitch twins.
Hey. Uh-oh. Let's
Now,
see.
I told
Can
y'all,
you hear
don't
us? We
anything.
can't hear.
Oh, didn't I tell you not to touch anything?
We can't hear you. Can you hear us? I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh.
You can?
I can't hear a thing.
Okay,
You might,
audience,
I don't know how. You might have to go back
we
in
did
and out
all
because
of
I
this,
cannot.
and I
Not
said,
hear. Okay,
I said,
sorry about
don't
that.
touch
I don't
anything.
know what's
Now they have
happening.
touched something. OMG.
Let's see. Oh my God. We definitely didn't touch anything at all. So it's been sitting here.
You have to go out and go back in.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You
Okay.
have to go out and come back in. Go out on your phone.
Okay, sorry about that. You saying go out and go back in? Okay, sorry about that.
Okay. I'm bringing both y'all back. Didn't I say
The real estate crew is in the house.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm over here too.
real estate crew, we in the house. Hey, we got our act together. Look, we're gonna be messing with them twins when they come on here. And they the youngest one. And they the youngest one. Look. Real
Listen,
estate.
oh my goodness.
Hey, go MJ. Go DeAnn. Look, go MJ. Go DeAnn. We got it. Okay, I'm silly.
I said no.
I know.
Don't touch anything. Now,
Look,
I
she
saw
told us.
them touch
She
it. They
told
did
us
something.
You told us
Right,
like
I
Big
was the
Mother.
first one. I'm like,
Don't
hands
touch
up, I ain't
anything.
touching
Okay.
nothing.
So here they're coming back. Let's see.
Okay.
Now they didn't come all the way back because you can see the black screen. Okay, hold on.
Right. Where
Okay,
they
we
be?
back. We're trying to
Where,
sign
are they
on.
there?
If you can hear us, let us know.
Well,
We can
I
hear
can
you.
hear you. Oh, you can't
I
hear me. I
can
can
hear
hear.
you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear us?
It says that we're backstage.
They're
I saw this
backstage,
before, and
Jan.
it took a minute for everybody to pop up.
Because DeAnn can hear, right?
I can hear you.
Yeah, they're backstage. We're in the show, so.
So the thing is, they didn't go all the way out.
Oh.
That's why you see them here and here.
Right, we see them in two places.
Yeah.
Hello,
right.
hello.
You guys didn't go all the way out, she said.
I put it in the chat. Technical difficulties, people. And I think they went back on their phone.
I think they did too.
Did it disappear?
They still didn't come all the way out. Because, you see them right there. And, okay, I removed them. And hopefully, so they still didn't go all the way out. Because, okay, so, and it says device not connected. I hear the beep. Are you there? Can you? No. I told him, get off your phone. You know what? Text them, MJ. Tell them to come off of the phone and
I'll text him, Jay.
get back on their computer.
Okay, thanks. Yeah,
because they're in here twice.
DeAnn is doing it now. Yeah, right. Because they need to get that done and done right.
And that's why.
No. DeAnn is texting you all. Look at your phone. DeAnn is texting you.
Hello there. Can anyone hear us?
I can hear it. Yes.
We can hear you now.
Okay, we can't hear you.
Okay.
We cannot hear you. Hey guys, we can't hear.
I can hear them.
I don't know.
I can hear them, but they
we
can't
didn't touch
hear us.
anything. We've been sitting here the
Oh,
whole
but
time.
still
So I don't know why
You all on they?
we
they're
cannot
on their
hear
phone?
anything. I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. DeAnn,
Oh my
are you
gosh,
texting
I'm
them
sorry.
to
Yeah.
get off of their phone, go back on their computer, and that they never signed all the way out.
Oh, okay. DeAnn is texting them now.
Okay. Well,
Even though my feelings are hurt because you didn't like my information as much as you like DeAnn's information, so I'm leaving. I'm leaving now.
Look, we are.
Wait.
wait a minute. So you do know that this is being recorded all over the world.
That's okay.
And so,
They love them some MJ. Look, they be calling me. They know what I'm saying. And it's good to find a realtor with humor because, like you said, Dr. Jan, everybody, and I'm this, and I done won these awards, and I done that. And I got my foreclosure certification, my short sale, my property management certification, first time home buyer certification. There's so many certifications you could get in real estate. But I'm a people person. Again, hey, are we in?
Can you hear
Okay,
us?
we can hear you. Yes, we can.
Now, don't
Sorry,
touch
guys.
anything.
Don't
We didn't
touch
touch
anything.
anything.
Don't touch
Put
anything.
on anything. Okay.
Okay. Are you going
twins. Go
Yeah, I
twins.
think, okay, DeAnn and MJ, I'm going to hurry
We
up and
gotta,
put them
we
on.
gotta
before
go
they
bye-bye. Yeah, okay.
Okay,
I know
hey.
you
woo.
all touched it. Don't tell me
Oh my
that you did. Well, I'm glad you all were able to come. So now,
Thank you.
as they say, the show must go on.
Yes.
Exactly. Now, let's see. This is what I want to know. Now, you did all of that dancing and culinary arts, but what made you decide that you wanted to do crochet as far as designs are concerned as a business?
Well, what actually happened is we learned in the
fourth grade? We
Mhm.
learned how to crochet in the 4th grade, but we had all those expressions so many art expressions, doing hair, braiding, drawing, all that. And so we didn't really go into it. We just did it here and there, did a hat here and there. And then at one point, a Christmas came along when we were 30, and we were like, man, we used to know how to crochet. Maybe we can make some gifts for our family. And that's literally what we did. So we just started making them. But then we recognized that when we can envision something, that we can actually create it through. So we found out through crocheting that we were able to design whatever we could imagine.
But we only made it a business because we was trying to sell a lot of stuff before we went out of town.
Oh yeah, and our girlfriend, God rest her soul, our wonderful girlfriend Jada Goodlet Russell, she taught us. She actually came to us and saw our designs, and she had so much belief in us that she propelled us to take it seriously. And she was like, "We're going to have a meeting. I'm going to create your website. I'm going to do this." And then that's how we kind of pushed to go forward into
as a business.
Yeah.
But also when we were selling our stuff before we went out of town, we were going on a tour. It was the Apple Martini tour, and we were the Appletini twins.
Yes.
And we basically looked at everything they did
The
as far
marketing
as
company.
marketing. It was a marketing company, and they marketed us, and we marketed Double Stitch Twins the same as the Appletini twins concept. And that's what we knew we could do it because we were doing it already.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So what's the inspiration? I'm going to show some of your designs.
Okay.
Hold on. Let me see here. Okay, here's some.
Okay. Ooh, look.
Okay, so I wanted people to see, because a lot of times when you think about crocheting, you think scarves and hats and stuff like that. And so I wanted people to see, some of the designs that I saw. So what's the inspiration behind your designs?
We're inspired by everything, but as it seems like when we were younger, we were inspired by the way we wanted to look chic or cool when we would go out. It's performance based. Our whole life feels like a performance, and so it's kind of performance based. And as we get older and older, it's still performance based. It just changes drastic. Little by little, but it's like trees. A silhouette, a color, anything. Absolutely.
But the inspiration, the initial thing was to dress women. And so we always wanted people to have something that was a little bit more contemporary as opposed to maybe Afghans and baby booties and stuff like that. So basically adding a little piece of crochet to your everyday, but making it how you want to make it. If you want to be super fashionable, if you want to be just regular walking down the street, or if you want to be dramatic. So everything pretty much.
But it's all performance. In our mind, it's all a performance.
Yeah.
And so do you, in other words, let's say I came to you and I wanted to be dramatic. So do you look at the person and say, okay, I think this design, do you draw out your designs and say, okay, this design would look good on you, and then give that person choices as to what it is they like? So do you do that?
Nope, not at all. Nope, not at all. We actually, we actually start with them. They tell us what they like. Like I like off the shoulder, or I like to exhibit my legs, or if I like form fitting, or if I like, I like bright colors. So we start with them for sure. Then we go from there based on what we know a lot of people want. Like a lot of times we all typically want to have a little symmetry, right? Sometimes we're off-centered. Like I'm very asymmetrical type person, but sometimes we want to have symmetry, or you want to just look, sleek, or a feeling. It could be a feeling. It could be a feeling. I could make you a dress better if you came in and say, I want everybody to say who she thinks she is.
Yeah.
More so than you telling me what you want. So I'll be like, okay, this gonna do that. So
because we can see you and decide that you look nice in something form fitting, but if you don't like that, it doesn't count. It goes all by feeling. It's all feeling. It's kind of intuitive too. But we listen to you and you tell us what you think you like, and then we just accentuate that, and then we, show you what we got.
Yep. No drawings at all whatsoever.
No.
So you just start to crochet and just
Well, we'll send the person pictures. We'll send the person pictures of similar type items and say, but this will be longer on you, or this will be off the shoulder, or this will be a brighter color. So they use their imagination too, but we definitely use pictures. Today you can use AI. We use AI sometimes just to get a sketch, because we draw too, but we don't draw the crochet items. But yeah.
Okay. So let's say you're working on something for a person. Do you work on it together, or one of you works on that particular item?
Yeah, usually one of us work on the item. We might talk to each other about it to ask, ideas or something like that. But we specifically work on one item. Only time I believe we did something together was a wedding dress a while back, I think.
You all made a wedding dress?
Yeah, a couple of them. It was beautiful. I don't know what the pictures are. Yes, it was so nice on our class.
I cannot imagine a crochet
and it was white
wedding dress.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I mean, if I do say so myself, but yes, it was beautiful. Erika's probably looking for the picture, but we work on them separately, but we may talk to each other about it. I'll be like, what do you think about this? Or even I don't even ask Erika. Erika just started telling me what she thinks. So, yeah. But we do it separately.
Do you all ever disagree on, okay, so let's say, do you ever disagree on a design?
It's like maybe not this. Well, yeah, it's like she may show me something, but we both usually agree when it comes to when it's not double stitched yet. If it's not double stitched twins yet, we can look at an item and say, this is not double stitched twins yet. It's something that we need to add or something like that. But it might be a little bit of we disagree definitely. We'll be like, I don't know about that. And we end up proving each other wrong sometimes, because if I disagree with something with Erika, typically she'll do it, and then and then I'll be like, oh, it come out nice. That looks nice. I just didn't see it.
I found a picture of a wedding dress. Let's see if we can see it.
Can you see? No.
What kind of? But we can kind of see it. But oh wow.
Yeah, she has feathers, detachable feathers at the bottom, a boa at the bottom, so she could detach them. Yeah, it was nice.
Wow.
That was an island wedding.
Yeah.
Wow. Was it see-through, or I know you had to line it or something?
No, it was lined. Yeah,
it was lined.
It has line. It had like that stretchy spandex type of material. Because she was in an island, and you wanted it to be nice and cool and breathable. And then she took off the feathers for her reception and did something different. So.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, I used to crochet. I should have had something, but I used to do work. I used to do, for Christmas, like you said, like that you got on a crochet hat. You made that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, mine weren't as intricate, but and then I started to bring it upstairs, and I should have a plant hanger. Everybody did the plant hangers, and then I would buy porcelain butterflies, little things to put in them like that. And, but I never made anything wearable. I mean, wearable. I mean, I did, this and blankets and stuff, but like a dress or a top of what I've seen that you
can wear a blanket. You tie that blanket or somewhere. You can wear that blanket. You tie it a certain way. Do a couple of things. Yeah, thank you, Mom. Yeah, do a couple of things, and it could be a dress. You can wear you. No. I mean, sometimes I got a couple of pieces where I tell people this is just a tablecloth. You just think it's a dress.
Right. Absolutely. Got to open up your mind.
This is a runner. This is a runner. Right. The runners on the table runner. A table runner. I've got on. Just put a bow on there.
Well, that's because you all are very creative. So how long does it take to? So I'm gonna put this back on. So like the one that's the long dress off the shoulder. How long did it take to make that?
Okay, well that's actually two pieces. That's the one on the far left, right?
Yeah.
That it's two pieces, so it's like a shawl-like thing. And then it's a long skirt that we tied up like a dress. But that probably
I definitely did that in one day. I did the dress part in one day because we were in New York for a fashion show and I wanted to wear it.
And then
I made
how many hours you think?
we was running around and everything, but maybe about 4 or 5 hours, because it's very open weave. A lot of stuff we do have a lot of open spaces, and that makes it look more contemporary, and it also makes it flow more and not be stiff, and it also makes it take less time. Yeah. So maybe 4 or 5 hours while we were watching TV and waiting for the show. Yeah.
Wow. And so, I wish I bought a crochet coat. I was in LA, and I have to show it to you all. I should have taken a picture of both of my. Well, that one is not my creation, but my little creation. But and it's very unique. It's black, and I bought it because it was crochet, and but I wore it in LA. But I've never worn it here.
What?
Well, you all have inspired me to. The next time I see you all, I'm going to bring it so you can inspire me of how to wear it,
style it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely.
Because I want to be fabulous. I want to be.
Fabulous. You're fabulous, girl. Yes, she's fabulous. But it's really coming in. I've been out since I've been out. During these last couple of months, I've been seeing so many crochet hats.
They're coming back.
And so I think it was always popular, but I'm seeing a lot more. A lot of people are crocheting, so that's really nice. Yeah, I've been seeing it a lot.
It's
very relaxing.
Definitely.
So how long did it take you to make that little cap you have on your head?
About 2.5 hours, maybe. I'm working on one now. It's super thick.
Yes, that.
Oh,
this is 2.5 hours.
It's like I take 2
and it actually ties up. She has these tassels in the back like that, and look at that, isn't that cute? And it ties up so you can actually wear.
It's like a little Eskimo type hat, so
and you can wear a ponytail in the back and tie it in the back.
Yeah, a couple of hours. A lot of little, these are an opportunity to use your scrap yarn, but you can also. Everything is different because you run out of yarn, then you got to use a different yarn. I don't run out of yarn and then go to buy the same yarn. I use something else I have in the house. And that makes every single one a handmade special, one of a kind type of thing. And we like that. So, yeah.
Our clients like it.
Our clients like it too because they know they're not going to run into somebody that got the exact same item with the colors and the same placement and stuff like that. And plus, we can't remember what we do.
You have repeat clients?
Yes.
Yeah. We got some. Yeah, we got
some people love weird hats, and some people.
Yes, we do special orders.
We actually have a lot of crocheters that purchase. They are crocheters, but they may not be designers, but they like our designs. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And they're all over. We have a client in New York that we never met. We actually made her wedding dress and never met her in person. But she bought a lot of stuff because she was a performer. Her name was Maya Azucena.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Wow.
But we just would say she's just like us, but she's taller. So that's how we would make it. We wouldn't even have models or mannequins and stuff. So very intuitive, artsy.
So this show is all about relationships and communication. So with your repeat clients or even, new clients, you form a relationship with them.
Absolutely.
So have you had clients to come to you and like I asked MJ and I should have asked DeAnn, that you say, you know what, we are not making anything for you.
You know what? I don't know if has it ever happened.
I had one person I feel like that about, but I didn't say it. I never said it. I made her something twice, and then after that, I was done. But I never told her though.
You know what? Because and that's rough. Because the truth is, you have to have a certain amount of confidence in order to wear crochet. You already special, and so you want to wear some crochet, and you have to have a certain amount of confidence. You don't have to wear anything revealing like you don't want it to be revealing. You can wear it cover up where you won't cover it up and all that, but you have to have a certain amount of confidence. And so sometimes it's difficult when we meet someone who is in their own way, and we can feel it, and it's so in their way. They're expecting what we're creating for them to do everything, and they can't do everything. You got to have something to bring.
You have to bring the attitude. You have to bring that, that situation. So, only really one time, really for me.
One, and it's been a long time.
Just one, and that was just because
I know exactly
of America. America make you feel like you got to be a certain size and stuff. If you a certain size at 20, and then you come back to me at 45 or 50, and
20 years old, you saying?
20 years old, and then you come back and you want the exact same thing, and you can have it because you can have that confidence, and I'll just do it and I'll make it fit you. But if you want everything to hold everything up and pull everything up and put everything where it's supposed to go, I mean,
we ain't miracle workers.
Right. And then you don't have to have it, because I've seen plenty with all the confidence in the world. So, only really once, not a lot at all, because we're very good at communicating. We our hairstylists. We've been doing that for over 30 years. And if you don't know how to communicate and you do Black women's hair, I don't know how you do that. But you have to be a good communicator.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
If you can make it with a Black woman's hair, you can make it anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and we can, because we've been doing it since we were 17.
Yeah,
we've been doing hair since we were 17, and it was always Black women.
You still do hair?
Yes.
Yeah, sounds like we.
Protective style. Yeah, crochet, boho braid.
Do you still dance?
Only a Zumba class.
Hey y'all.
Woohoo, Zumba. Yeah, that's where I met the girl.
Hey.
All right.
Listen, I was like, I think, was it Monica or Erika? You did my hair like 2 months ago, this summer, right? Before my little Caribbean trip I took, she did my hair.
And look, they're gonna give me some crochet.
Let me find my glue.
My crochet.
Let me find some glue.
To the left. Okay.
So I have all four of you on now. And so if there's anyone in the audience who has a question or a comment, that's why I brought all of them back. So because these four women are really, I mean, they are, when I say they're taking Chicagoland by storm, they are taking Chicagoland by storm. So if you have a comment or if you have a question, don't hesitate to put it in the chat. Now, I said, I get a lot of comments from DeAnn and MJ. And well, you've been putting them in the private chat.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, it hasn't been anything negative. So while we are here, we are all part of something called Boss Ladies.
Yes.
Explain, MJ, what Boss Ladies is.
Well, I wanted to develop this group. It's a small, intimate group. I didn't think I needed a whole bunch of ladies. I thought I had a enough group of these ladies that bring their resources. They got talents, they got skills, they got products and services that we all can use. And I thought we would bounce off each other. For the most part, most of us do. Because I tell you, the double stitch twins, I met them in Zumba class while I was laying on the floor trying to get my breath, because they always keep up with the instructor so well. And then DeAnn, I met her out at a networking event where we both was in South Shore, working on being South Shore ambassadors and stuff. So I'm a people person. If I can meet you and I can deal with you, fine. As I say, if I can't, you go that way, I go this way, we're fine. But the boss ladies are definitely ladies, movers and shakers, such as all of you guys. I mean, from Dr. Jan to the gorgeousness, the twins, and to my infinite Miss DeAnn. All of you all bring stuff to the table. So I would want us to feed off each other, encourage each other, support each other. And there's something in that group that each and one of us can use. So for all of them that just sit on the sideline, and I know with social media, a lot of people like to just peek, be nosy, they don't like to say nothing. And I'll deal with that. You know, and then they think you got to have 5,026 people in your group when you don't. Quality has always been number one for me. I don't need a whole bunch. Just like you said, if I got 2 or 3 good friends, I don't need 50 of y'all. Because 48 of y'all gonna be hating. So I don't need y'all. So that's fine. And I don't even want to play that game. I'm silly. I'm witty. But my heart is good. I try to pattern myself around good people. As all of you all in the group know, you guys, boss ladies, movers and shakers. We're a Boss Ladies Connect in the Facebook page, a very intimate group. All of these ladies that's on this podcast are some of the ladies that participate and bring some value and some substance to the group. And that's what it's all about. But in between time, like I said, we share, we support, we socialize. You come in the right spirit, we have fun, and we encourage and we celebrate accomplishments. Kudos to you all. Thank you.
Now, what are some of the activities that you sponsor?
With the Boss Ladies, we do from every 4 to 6 weeks. We try to do our BLCTs, which is our Boss Lady Coffee Talks, where we come together. We'll meet as a group. We sit down. We go over like life stuff. You know, how do you balance life and work? How do you balance your accomplishments? How do you balance your goals? We pick up on ideas or situations that may help one or the other person, you know. So and we also patronize either some of the same venues or new venues that, even though you're in Chicago and wherever you're at, you can't know everything. You can't go everywhere. So I always like to showcase new venues or establishments so that when we do go and we're supporting these establishments by patronizing them, then they'll know to share with friends or other people. Oh, I went there, or we had our coffee talk here. This is a cool place. I wouldn't go there. Stuff like that. But we also do day trips, which is good. Get our mind off our problem situations. We pretty much locally, we'll do a lot of stuff in Chicago. We've done stuff in Milwaukee. We've done stuff in Michigan. We've done stuff in Ohio. We've done stuff in St. Louis. But we just come together for the good of it. And we have the best time, as you all know, we have the best time when we do that. So our little group is just to come together to mentor, encourage, network, and uplift each other and support our accomplishments and pretty much take it from there.
So DeAnn, DeAnn, what has been your experience in being a part of Boss Ladies?
Just what she said, you know, the connection. But what I was thinking is, especially with the property management, right? When I talk about systems, oftentimes you need resources as a foundation, right? And you don't know everything. No one knows everything. And the more you can connect with other people that have had other life experiences, maybe the twins are not real estate investors. I don't know if they are or not. We haven't talked about that, twins, right? But they have lived in a home. They have managed their home. And they know contractors. They know someone who's come in and done a paint job. You know, they know MJ. So connecting with other people who have the right spirit, who have the right soul, that's willing to communicate and be organized in a way where you can share information, we can help each other out. And that has been my experience in Boss Ladies, not just with real estate, but other aspects of what I need. I need my hair done. I need a special outfit. I connect with women who share information and share it in a way in which I'm able to use it.
And what about you, Erika and Monika? What is your experience being a part of Boss Ladies?
Fun. Just fun. Yeah. You know, and we have to actually control ourselves with we have fun, but the thing is, one of our girlfriends who used to work for us and help us out, she used to try to tell us to pay attention sometimes because we would be playing around with you all day and don't know what you do. You know, we started, as we got older, we started paying more attention because
what our friends did, their resources.
Yeah, because the number one thing was energy first. So energy, as long as we get that good energy first, and then we have to think and say, okay,
so we would be at an event and we would be like, oh, I met this lady. She was so nice. And we talk about what she talked about. And our publicist at the time, she would be like, did you get her card? And we'd be like, oh no, but she's so nice and blah blah blah. And she would be like, and it would be the host. I think it was Leanne. It was a host of a TV show. And she was
Oh,
like, and she
wow.
just would look at us and
be like, yeah. So we
But you know,
learned from her
so we
that
learned from her.
how to pay attention.
Right. And she would just roll her eyes and be like, let me go get the information. Y'all running around.
Mhm.
So pretty much that's what we do, but we stay a little bit more focused on making sure we stay connected to everybody too. But we do lead with energy and just having a chance to do something outside of your normal, having people expose what they do to us and us expose what we do to them is a good time. So that's what we do with the group, with the boss ladies. And we actually hired our new social media person, meeting her at a Boss Ladies Network, and Miss Nyla. And she's been doing a fantastic job. And we don't have to pay attention to none of them stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So that was a very, very good connection that we needed. And she led with energy. And we've been working with her for the past year.
So see, I didn't know about who that was. So I need to be introduced to that person.
Let me tell you.
Yeah,
make sure you say we because
I
we
need to
get
be
a
introduced to
discount.
that person. Yeah, right. So
But
now,
you know, the
talk
twins,
about how you find out about these people. Now,
the twins actually gave me 2 resources the last time I saw them at a Boss Ladies
We
Connect.
did.
But they did it with doing fun and laughing and talking.
Right.
And I remember I was like, well, where do I find that? And one of them just said, pulled up her phone. She said, here, take a picture of my phone.
And that's
I'm
what
like,
we
they're
do.
dropping
Right.
gems and sharing information that we need. And I called the person just in fun. We're still having good bites and eats. But
you know
something
what,
that we
MJ?
needed.
This is just a suggestion that you have a directory so that we'll know what everybody.
I did that. Did you all see that on the Boss Lady site? Didn't nobody print it out or anything? But I did that. I did that. It's on there. And that's what
I'm about to go look
also with the upcoming, because I'm working on, which none of you all know about yet. I sort of mentioned it, but you all will be part of it anyway. This Spring for Success seminars that I'm going to start back doing. I meant to get one off this year, but I couldn't get it off in time. So it's going to be probably in February. At one of the VFW halls that's large enough to hold it. And it's a lot of good information. It's just bringing together all the resources and talents that you guys have. Because like you all, anybody that know me know I don't do boring. So I'm not going to bore anybody to death. But with the new year coming in, I want to focus on the young to the 21 to 40-year-olds and try to get them educated, acclimated to purchasing some properties, understanding the, building your own legacy, doing some stuff for your family. Then all you guys will be there. So I'm just trying to finish putting it in order. I already sort of like got the date and the location, but planning for events and making sure you got all the moving parts in order, which I always can use some help. But as far as the directory, God, I had put that on Facebook. Oh my God, probably about 8 months ago. And it's there because I printed everybody's surfaces. And that's what I tell the boss ladies when you come in, promote yourself. They want to go with, like I said, oh, she got 14,000 likes. I'm over here. Oh, MJ got 3. So promote yourself. I will go on there. And that's what that's for. I can't be the only one doing it. And it only take you on social media sometimes anyway. Nobody's on there 24/7. But promote the group because that's what the group is there for. The energy, the synergy, like you said, all the talent. That was amazed me because everybody on that page brings something different to the table. And I love it. But when we get together and we go out, as DeAnn and all of you all know, we come out in numbers. We will show up and show out in numbers. But, as far as on the page and doing that, that's what needs to be done. So I appreciate you guys, but we'll be in touch.
So what I put so that people can see this, but I'm going to speak it because there are people who just listen, who are audible only. So if they go on Instagram, all they have to do is enter MJ Knows Chicago. That is her Instagram
page. Spell knows so they don't put in NOSE.
KNOWS. MJKNOWS Chicago. And that's Instagram. And if you want to go on her Facebook page, then it's mj.lawrence.9. That's mj.lawrence.9. That's how you can get in contact
That's
with
the personal page. Yeah. Okay.
Now, if you want to get in contact with DeAnn Williams, she is also on.
No, she ain't the double stitch twins. Mm-mm. that don't be her. That don't be her.
Good catch. Good catch.
So
There you go. There you go.
All right.
There you go.
So now that is DWILL1207 at me.com. For Audible only, DWILL1207 at me.com. Now, for Instagram, it is the community. It's not dash. It's what do you call that?
No,
Underscore?
actually, Dr. Jan, it's going to be DWILL1207. So that's how you're going to find me on Instagram.
Instagram too,
okay.
Right?
I also saw this.
Yes. So this is actually a part of. I did some educational series. Look, me and MJ getting together, some educational series on property management and just learning how. So that's that page. But I also have the Strategic Life Store as well.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay.
Not too much, right? Go DeAnn.
Life Store where? Where is it?
I think I sent you that link.
Yeah, and I emailed you my other stuff.
Now, and I can put it on here.
So it's it's PayHip. It's under payhip.com, but it's a Strategic Life Store. And that's where you're able to get either one-on-one coaching with property management courses or one-on-one coaching with the S.O.U.L method.
Okay. Is it Strategic Life Store at payhip.com?
That's it. Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Well, just send me an email. Give me a call.
Because I had sent all of my other stuff to Dr. Jan. So
is that it?
It looked like it at the bottom.
The Strategic Life Store at PayHip. You need to add that.
Oh, I got to take that dot out. Okay, edit. All right.
The snow is really coming down out here, ladies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I don't have to go nowhere today. Tomorrow I do.
Save. All right, here we go. Now, oops, let me do it. There you go.
Okay, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, that's for Audible only, Strategic Life Store at payhip.com. That's STRATEGICLIFESTORE at PAYHIPP.com. Now, if you want some,
That's it.
Look,
there you
snap
go.
it up, snap it up.
Snap
it up. Hey. Hey.
Very inspirational, creative.
Hey.
Crochet items. You can go to double stitch twins at gmail.com. Double stitch twins at gmail.com. And if you go on Instagram, it's double stitch twins. Very easy. That's DOUBLESTITCHTWINS.
Yay.
Ladies.
And I said something else. Is this it? We got to go bye-bye now? We got to go bye-bye now already? I was just getting ready to get into the thing. But I just want to say, don't forget event planning or real estate. And like DeAnn said, trust me, first-time home buyers, first-time investors, we can get you into your property. Like I say, if you follow our leads, we get you into the property. any problems or any questions, guys, I have 2 people now talk about property management because they cannot keep good tenants. And I've already told them you need to talk to my girl DeAnn because she knows how to make sure property management work, have good tenants. You know, it's a certain method you have to go by. I hear her say it all the time. When I get back into that again, I'm going to follow her method. But the first to purchase the property, follow my method. Like I say, you follow my lead, I get you to the closing. What's up, DeAnn?
My mission, my tagline, in 2 decades, I've never had an eviction.
See there? Not one.
Wow.
Wow, that's impressive.
Oh yeah, so we sort of tag team off each other. She don't know she got to go to a couple of Christmas parties with me. I'll tell her about that later. But at the same
time, last minute thought or something you want to say to our audience, Erika and Monika.
And thank you.
Yes,
Dr.
do what
Jan.
you love. Do what you love.
And share what you do.
That's it.
Wonderful. Well, I want to thank you all for really being on the show today on this special, because I really wanted to highlight you because you all are, I should say, remember it used to be a show in a program, a TV show in Chicago called Someone You Should Know.
Oh,
and
yeah, I remember that.
you all are someone that people should know. So I want to thank all of you for coming on. I'd like to thank the audience for viewing, for listening, and their contact information. If you missed it, this is recorded. You can always go on my YouTube page, Dr. Janice Hooker Fortman. That's Dr. Janice Fortman or Janice Hooker Fortman. And tell your friends who are either in Chicagoland area or anywhere in the world that you have met some awesome women.
And you tell them the business women relationship exchange will be back.
Yes. So thank y'all all. It's snowing and we're supposed to get 5 to 8 inches, and it is really coming down.
But it's all good. Love to all of you guys.
Rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Wow, this has been great. I am a part of the group, and I just really wanted to let you all know about these brilliant women. Now, I want you to make sure that you are here next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Time on Relationship Matters TV, because that will be my birthday show. For a lot of you who don't know me, you don't know how old I am, but I am a senior citizen. So on December 4th, Thursday, I will have my birthday show. And on December 5th is my birthday. So see you all soon. I will talk about how to live at a senior citizen age, how to age gracefully. So see you again next week. Have a beautiful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye.